Sober up and the feeling has changed and I gotta go home. You follow me through my heart into my soul. You gotta see it in my arms. And I realize something went wrong.
Welcome everybody to the Blaston VRML. My name's NightFiree with 2 E's. Today we are in store for a high-tier Blaston matchup. We're going to dive into Wudiplaysyoutube versus JJJosie, 2 top-tier teams in the regular season ladder as of last season. Now playing pretty well. Wudi, we managed to jump into a couple of games of theirs last week. We will be able to jump into one of theirs this afternoon, and hopefully we'll be adding some new casters into the Blaston space, and so more casts will be coming on this channel in the future, so do keep your eyes out for new faces here on Blaston_VRML. That should mean that more casts are coming in as well, and so you'll see more new players, and got a ton of new folks enter into the league this season, so definitely going to be an exciting time to be promoting Blaston, especially coming off of the free-to-play launch. So do be sure to hit that follow and come back for more action throughout the course of the season. For now, we are just waiting on a code from either one of these players. Either Josie or Wudi, and then we'll jump into our first round of the series. A reminder that this afternoon, I mean this whole season, these teams are playing for a chance to be flown out to a live on-stage competition in Colorado called VRML Con. They'll be playing in a single elimination bracket against the top 2 NA, top 2 EU teams, so a world finals for Blaston, live on stage, broadcast on our Twitch channels over at twitch.tv/VRMasterLeague, and you're definitely going to want to keep your eyes out for VRML Con. You can buy tickets to go to the event and watch it live right now. If you go to vrml.com/LAN tickets, you will get the information you're looking for. Just getting some info coming in there. Maybe a lobby soon. But yes, vrml.com/LAN tickets. That'll link you to the ASX ticketing website where you can buy tickets right now for Saturday and Sunday for the event. Once you've bought your ticket, you will get then a link emailed to you for our exclusive room deal that we have with the Holiday Inn Express, just about 10 minutes away from the venue. $139 a night, so a pretty great deal for room rates if you do want to come down and enjoy the weekend with the VRML. There also will be Echo Arena in their Sunset tournament being held live on stage, 8 teams, up to 8 teams battling it out, so definitely something worth tuning into at the very least if you haven't bought tickets already. But yeah, it's a big event and obviously a lot to be played for here in both the Blaston and Ultimex League, as we are also flying out the top 2 teams from Ultimex to battle it out in a World Finals as well. So definitely going to be some very good gameplay here ahead of us, and I'm very excited about, again, the future of the event and the season and the league as a whole. So yeah, a lot to look forward to, and again, we're still just waiting on Wudi and Josie, and we will be getting into this hopefully soon. Hopefully I don't need to sit around too much longer. I think there are some other games live, but I don't want to panic rush and try and ping anybody. And you see Turbo in here asking if the game has started yet, and no, it hasn't. That's what we're waiting for right now. So yeah, just waiting for that to come through, and then we'll be getting into it. So do just please be patient with us for the start of this series. Trying to get the info on what the holdup is here. And we have a code. I just have to ping and disrupt the players to get set up here. It looks like going to be JJJosie as home and Woody as away. We do want to swap sides here before we get into the round, and we are just now waiting for Woody to jump in. And just conveying some info to the teams. I think Woody also jumping into the stream, so maybe if you want to root for them, you can give them a shout out here in chat. But yeah, I think we had everything sorted, and like I said, we should be getting into our first round shortly. Again, I think this should be a pretty solid series, so excited to tune into it. And I guess while we're waiting, a quick shout out to our sponsors, HyperX and VRML, coming together to bring you this league. We do appreciate their support. Can take a quick gander at the loadouts for the afternoon as both players do get ready for the gameplay. Oop, we got to reset those scores. Oh, dang it. I had the sides right, and then I swapped them to the wrong. Ugh. I hate to see it. It's going to be Woody in blue and JJJosie in purple. Maybe Triple JJosie. I don't know what we should be going with for their actual name. I know JJ I think was what Oolong went with. So Triple J, I don't know. There's variety there. But they're just doing a quick server test because as you can see, Josie maybe. Oh, there's that connection's cleaned up a little bit. But yeah, just testing out the server here, making sure everything is kosher before they begin. And that gives us time to look at the loadouts. Coming in from Woody, we have the Luma, the Raptor Ellipse, the Lance, Aegis Shield, Raptor, and Super Majestic. I'll go ahead and indicate to Woody that we're ready when they are. And over on Josie's end, we have Nova Nade, Frostbite, Raptor Ellipse, Hammer, the Aegis Shield, and the Viper Ellipse. So the Viper, Luma kind of swapping out there, the Lance Nova being the different. I mean, there's definitely different loadouts coming through here. Josie trying something a little different here with that Viper Ellipse coming in as their heavy hitter. It's definitely going to be a zoning game for Josie. And that zoning is going to be vital for them to make that Viper Ellipse come alive. Woody definitely has, obviously, that zoning as well, and it's going to, a lot of their damage should be coming from that Luma. The Lance should be pushing Josie into certain positions. The Super Majestic coming in here. Definitely going to be an interesting round one, as we do get into a top-tier Blaston battle. Some of the best players in Blaston duking it out right now in the VRML. We love to see it. Actually, this is the first time I've seen the split Luma attachment taken. Definitely has a little bit more surface cover, surface area. And the Super Majestic with the Lance coming into zone. Woody has to fend off the offensive push, and as the zone comes through, there's the shotgun of the Luma coming at Josie, and look at that. Josie finds themselves half health before we even get to the first round, trying to connect with those Viper Ellipse. But Woody is a tough cookie to crack. They're a tough egg to crack, rather, as they are I guess cookie. Tough cookie to crumble. Either way, Woody is a good player. They are in the master tier for a reason. Maybe part of that's because of their innovative strategies they're designing here as the Aegis Shield from Josie comes in. Josie has to work around that Lance damage and ends up taking that versus the Raptor Ellipse, which is coming through. Still can't find the Viper connection, but does tag 2 Raptor Ellipse shots on to Woody, and so that's going to be some damage, a little bit more. Chip down, the Frostbite comes by and goes wide. Here comes the setup again. Zoning Josie in behind this slow-moving Super Majestic is, oh, that's great knowledge from Josie to understand where they can stand, how quick that Super Majestic is going to move. There's the Nova Nade, finally does come out. It's been a lot of denying of that Nova Nade by Woody. Both players step forward, and Woody nicely counters with a little bit more damage onto Josie, and still no Viper Ellipse connections from Josie here in round one. But we may very well go the distance as a nice 1-2 combo from Woody comes in with that nade. And then the Frostbite toss. Very good connection. Ultimately can't dodge through that Lance, which is really disrupting Josie in this matchup here. And We'll see what they can do going into round 2 of our first set here this afternoon. The game has just begun, scoreline 0-0. We play out best of 5s, and so we have at least 2 more rounds of best of 3s ahead of us. More zoning, the Lance comes in. Josie, unfortunately, having some connection issues, it seems, as they get moved over to a spot they weren't ready for, and you can see them kind of complaining about the that issue there. There is a reason we have regional servers, but either way, Josie here trying to battle through the zoning, making it difficult. And it looks like Josie just ended up surrendering off of that round. I wonder if we're going to go into any kind of, I wouldn't say reset per se, but, you know, some kind of maybe a restart of that round, but definitely some issues coming in there on Josie's end on the connection side. So whether that ultimately does impact their ability to kind of work around Woody, I think certainly has some element there, but we'll see. Maybe we'll do a host swap here. Woody may be able to provide a better connection, but I think that was Josie hosting. Maybe we'll come down to a moderator decision on whether that round ends up going through or not, but I'm not one to make those decisions. I'm not a mod. We don't do any rulings based off of any caster perspectives. It all comes down to individual recordings and players reporting tickets in. So I'm not one to make any rulings here on whether that round was official or not. It's totally up to the players. They may have to end up reaching out to a mod. But yeah, for now, we at least wait. Maybe we'll get back into the action here soon, but yeah, I mean, what are you going to do if you decide to play the start of the round after you've done the server test? I think you have to play through it. It looks like Woody and Josie are agreeing to restart that round. I think we're doing some technical troubleshooting here. But anyway, I see Turbo in chat asking how the day's going, and it has been good. We're going to have a busy one, as I also have an Onward Castle hitter tonight. And this weekend we've got an Ultimax match on Sunday. Maybe we'll try and get a couple of games there, because those are pretty quick. And another Onward match Sunday night. Going to be pretty high and pretty high tier battle, and pretty good to watch. I know Echo Arena matches are getting cast as well, and so yeah, there's plenty of action ahead of us here this week for VRML. But yeah, I've been good. Did a little surfing this afternoon, and yeah, we're now just kind of enjoying ourselves some VR esports. Unfortunately, plagued with connection and start issues. So I feel like we've been looking at my face more than we have the gameplay, which is never what I want, but sometimes that's the reality of the situation, and so hopefully we'll get back into it like we are. I think that round goes down in the books for Woody as a solid round 1 win. But yeah, I think now okay, now we sorted out the tech issues. And hopefully Don't have any more of that lag that we were seeing, at least in that first round. Maybe it was lag, I don't know. Either way, Woody definitely had some good combos they were sending out on to Josie, and so
3, 2, 1.
maybe this will be better. It doesn't look like it initially, but yeah, it seems we're having lobby issues, which is, I don't think, easily solvable. I think it takes, you know, resets and stuff like that.
3, 2, 1. Blast on.
It seems everything is working, though. We'll see. We indicate to Woody. Oops, sorry about that. I hate that I can't alt tab in this game. We indicate to Woody that we are ready. There's no secrecy or magic here. I'm not typing it while you think I'm not typing. It's all just out in the open. But yeah, you're gonna have to get ready. Go ahead, and both players should be ready to go for the start of the series. Again, Woody with an early lead. Oh, we have to swap sides. God, I hate this. And yeah, just give me a second there. Game has begun, though. Josie doing a much better job of dodging the zoning damage from Woody so far here at the start of this round. They've also brought a few adjustments to their kit here. The straight, oh no, they've got the Viper Ellipse still. What did they change? Maybe the Raptor? Or the Hammer, I think. Maybe they're using the Hammer a little differently this round. I'm not sure, but big zoning from here. Big dodges from Woody as they work around the shotgun shell of that Luma coming in. Dives forward as they see Woody stepping up for some damage and can't quite connect onto Woody. Woody bouncing on their toes. Yeah, it's that drill raptor that's coming. That split raptor that comes out. That's definitely a new attachment coming in. And Woody does get tagged. A big Viper Ellipse connection. Josie was trying to find those all around last round and couldn't. And now they are heavily zoned, getting big damage by that Super Majestic of all things. Something very rarely brought into the game last season, but here we're seeing it heavily zoned. Josie, the split on the Luma comes in. Josie's able to dodge those shots. Another long-range Viper Ellipse shot comes that bends around the horn and ultimately doesn't connect. And more zoning for Josie. They have to avoid all damage. They cannot afford to get hit here as they step forward, trying to find connections. The Lance would be enough to damage Josie down. They dodge the Luma. Can't get tagged by the Lance. Wait for it to dissipate. Get one more chance to step forward with 8 seconds left on the clock. A Viper Ellipse connecting here does put them in the lead, but they can't make it connect. They're going to have to tag here. They have one more shot. It goes just a bit wide over the top of Woody. Round one down to the line. As Josie nearly takes it, but Woody's still in the lead here. Has a set under their belt and looking to take it up to 2. We still play best of 5, so would mean more rounds regardless if Woody wins or not. Oh, but at least 1. But for now, Woody is looking to take 4 in a row. Big Super Majestic comes in, pushes Josie off of the back line. The Lances come through, and it forces the Aegis shield up. Luma hasn't even come out yet, but there it is. One of those Luma edges, one of those Luma shotgun shells. Tags, here's the Viper, the Hammer, the full setup, the full combo from Josie. They can't get to Woody on the back end because they can't step far forward enough because Woody is kind of always a threat that could suddenly be rushing up to the front of their arena. A good dodge from Woody there avoids that Viper Ellipse on the back end, and for now, Woody finds themselves in somewhat of a lead. That Nova nade doesn't seem to have been doing enough for Josie this round. Oh, it's a big Luma there. Great zoning from Woody, forcing Josie into these corners. Nice dodge there, too. Woody really great at dodging. Always has been one of their major standout skills, I feel like, of playing Blaston. They are a very good dodger. We're looking forward to see if Woody makes it into the VRML Con. Be very fun to see them playing live on stage. Blaston's going to be a great game to have spectating, and Josie able to dodge most of Woody's damage and find some of their own. Very good work of comboing that offense with the defense, ultimately forcing Woody to miss shots and take damage. That's a big plus. Woody trying to find something here. Has a bit of a lead still, but Josie has been on the assault, has been on the forefront. There's a connection that chips Woody down just a little bit more. 10 seconds left. Josie needs something. They need that Viper to come into play. There it is. They have 5 seconds to throw this Nova Nade to get everything set up. The Luma comes in. The Viper ellipse. It's all there, but they don't connect it. Woody survives the onslaught. Josie tried to throw it all the last 10 seconds. Couldn't quite do it. And that's going to be a 2-0 lead. Oops, apologies there for Woody. Definitely a solid job from them. And again, very good dodge work from Woody. And that's what's putting them up in this 2-0 lead, because they're avoiding those Viper ellipse shots. And despite the full setup getting thrown there in those last 10 seconds, you can just see how quickly Woody is moving. They're very aggressively hitting that ground and shifting themselves within their play space. It is heavy movement coming in from Woody, and it ultimately pays off in terms of getting them their second set win. We are now just waiting for what could be the final round. What is set point for Woody? Wonder what the shift in strategy will be here. What can Josie bring? I think, the Health Nova would play a big role in disrupting or at least limiting the effectiveness of the Lance. The Super Majestic has definitely been a thorn in the side. And so I'm not sure what the cleanest counter to the Super Majestic is. And I think that's maybe where, honestly, is providing, I would say, the most disruption in Josie's playstyle. The Super Majestic is really forcing them into some awkward movements around their play space. They can't use the center of it, essentially, to dodge through. And it comes down to then the Lance zoning them up and down. And what do they have left? They're tucked into a small corner. That's the beauty of the setup coming in from Woody. That's what you have to think about at a high level. That's the kit that really matters, that can get you wins. It's how you use that kit to zone, and then what are your big damage elements to really get you up into an advantageous position and do that damage outside of just zoning somebody into a corner. And so we're seeing all of those elements coming together here this afternoon with Woody's kit. Josie that has certainly tried to put together a solid kit that's combating Woody here. And we're seeing the only shift up being a Luma coming in from Josie. Apologies for transitioning right when I tab off of it. We'll go ahead and give Woody the ready, and when they're ready to go, we'll be getting into it. Oh, the Hammer Ellipse also coming in. Definitely an adjustment coming through on Josie's end. So they're trying something a little bit different with the zoning play here. Still have the Nova Nade, the Wildcat coming through. And yeah, it's a very different kit Josie's trying to present here against Woody. Woody, on the other hand, still bringing the Luma shotgun, the Lance, the Super Majestic. Why fix what ain't broken? And here we go. Set point for Woody. 3 rounds separating, well, potentially 2, separating Josie from a loss. They need to find a win here. And maybe this kit swap is enough. And off the gate, they connect with a big Luma, catching Woody. A little bit snoozing there. Good spread coming in. They're trying to apply an offensive tactic. And honestly, I think that's going to be their defense. Josie's going to try and throw bullet hell at the front half of Woody's zone. Prevent Woody from being able to step forward comfortably when they have their whole set come in. And then, yeah, here comes the setup. More bullet hell. Oh, a big connection with the Nova Nade from Josie as they set themselves up very nicely in the first round here. Oh, a little 360. Oh, and then they connect. Josie styling. A 360 no-scope, dare I say. on to Woody to get themselves a round up. Clearly feeling good with this new kit. The bullet hell spread, battling Woody's dodging skills very nicely. The question is Woody going to adapt? Is he going to adjust to this style that's coming at them? They now know the Luma is not a shoddy Luma. They know it's straight shots coming. Josie's throwing some stank on those shots, and so it's really up to Woody to see what's what. Aegis Shield comes in, shoddy Luma, and Josie sits at the back of the zone nicely to avoid that threat. Bit of out of place Super Majestic here. Nothing following it up, and the combo that's been working for Woody so well seems to finally be getting, well, somewhat battled back against, as Woody here has managed to dodge very well Josie's onslaught. It almost feels like Woody has stepped off the gas a little bit in terms of their aggression. Not necessarily diving to the front like they were. Josie trying to hit that short range nade. Here comes the full lance setup with the Majestic. The lip shots coming in as Josie steps forward around the Super Majestic and nicely dodges the shoddy Lumas. The Hammer Ellipse setup coming in. Nova, nades, Wildcat, Luma's in the hand, ready to go, but everything is gone, and now there's no real availability to find connections onto Josie. As Woody steps forward, Josie's still thinking about using that Luma, but hasn't yet. Connects with a big shot there. Good denial of the Nova. Tries to find another one. Can't. So far has the lead. 10 seconds left. Looks like Woody's going to have one more attempt at setting up everything, but that's big damage. And Woody can't get even the setup through. Josie comes out, bounces back, finds themselves around off of what was a tough 2-0 start. And this set isn't over. Still set point for Woody. But that was some great plays from Josie, and again, some style on those shots. I see Mr. Bacon Long in the chat. I stopped playing 3 hours ago and I'm still sweating. Yeah, that's what Blaston does to you. Works the whole system. The core, the legs, the arms, everything gets that workout. And we got to factor that into these players playing right now. And as they go into their fourth match, their fourth best of 3 back-to-back-to-back. Woody being as physical and as quick as they are, that's all real in-life movement, you know? It's no thumbstick movement that they're doing, and so stamina can definitely become a thing. Woody obviously has been training and been practicing a lot of Blaston, and they're used to playing multiple games in a row, back-to-back, so I anticipate them to be ready. But anything can happen. Sprained ankles can impact a player's ability to effectively dodge, and so you really got to keep yourself in peak condition. Looks like we may be getting a host swap. Do bear with me if I have to swap sides.
3, 2,
Yes, we are.
blast on.
And so, as they do their lobby test, give me a second to swap the players here for you and the scores. Go ahead and give the players the go-ahead. And they can fire up the round whenever they are ready. And I think they have. I think we're going into round 1. Woody on the left with a 2-0 lead. Josie on the right with a 1 set W. As we get into round 1 of set number 2. Again, Woody just a few feet away from finding themselves a win. A few minutes away, I should say. Bringing the same exact kit, except for the Raptor. That's gotten an adjustment on the attachment that they're bringing. So far, though, Josie's kit, the same as the one that they've been finding W with. Wildcat Hammer, Ellipse, the Luma to thread through the bullet hell. Aegis to allow them to block damage coming through from Woody's full setup. And this is interesting. They're not sending the Majestic Nade out first. Those Lances were just there maybe as a defensive tool to disrupt the setup from Josie. And that's a great one, too, that Josie has found here. The Nova to distract Woody and then the Luma to hit the side. This game is challenging. You really got to keep your eyes divided, as they say. And so, I have to see. Oh, there's a good dodge from Woody, but a Luma connects. Big damage. That finds the core of Woody, and Josie finds another very quick round. 38 seconds still left on the clock. We've had rounds go down all the way through the 2-minute mark. All the way through 2 minutes, so maybe Josie's finally found something that's working. It's up to Woody now to combat back, and they step forward with some big early damage that puts them into a nice lead the first 10 seconds. Dodging, trying to get their full setup here, trying to thread some offensive attacks through it there. Can't quite get that Raptor to do the damage they're looking for. That's a crazy Nova from up top that finds Woody's back and puts Josie in the lead. There's some nice ellipse shots that keep them in the lead, and Woody continues to battle back here. Minute 25 left. Wildcat has been doing good work for Josie, pushing Woody off the front of the line. Nova Nade also very nicely utilized there, but Woody, with their dodge work, is able to avoid it. Looks like Woody's almost using that Raptor to take out some of this bullet hell coming at them. Interesting tactic as the Aegis Shield comes in, the Super Majestic was there, and Woody's having a tough time setting up their full attack here. As the double lance comes in, they're not able to find any connection on any of their big damage dealers. Wonder what the adjustment will be if they can't find this round. 42 seconds left. Josie could very well tie this series up to a piece. Big lance connection there. Josie practically stepping into the center of it. And now as they get zoned, a nice drop block and a sidestep keeps Josie alive and well. Big dodge from Woody, avoids that Nova, catches a couple of bits of damage onto Josie. Those bits of damage are big because there is a very limited amount of time left here in this round. And I guess I've also not paying much attention to Woody adjusting off of the shoddy Luma into the single shot Luma. Good dodge work there from Josie, and they confidently take their second set. It is all tied up to a piece, and we go into our final loadout swap. Wow, what a start to week 2 here. I suppose not necessarily a start, considering it's Thursday, but let's say start to the season, but that's Ultimex, which has just started this week, not Blaston. We're into week 2 here. But either way, this is why we tuned in this afternoon. I figured this would be a good, solid battle. It had the potential to go the distance, and here we are going to a round 5, a set 5, match 5, whatever you want to call it. I think match is probably the better term. Match 5 series points. I think that's what we decided on, actually. Round, match, series. So rounds are the individual rounds played within a match, which is the best of 3, and a match is a best of 5, best of 3s, which makes the series. So do our best to convey that terminology onto the new recruits when they come in and get in sync with Oolong on what he calls it. I think that's what we decided on last season, too. It's hard to stick to the plan sometimes. Anyway, a very good start for Woody that gets completely turned upside down by Josie coming back. And again, Woody really seemed to just have full control of zoning and their kit. They really were putting everything together. The 1-2 punches were coming punch after punch, and Josie was really having a tough time battling back. Josie then swapped into the Luma off the Viper Ellipse. The Luma doing much more damage for them, much more connections coming through with that. The Hammer Ellipse, a big tool in terms of providing more bullet hell, and they seemingly find success there with that bullet hell zoning. So a lot of the thought process here you got to consider when you're looking at the game being played at this competitive of a level. And yeah, so far a very fun series to tune into. Also, a shout out to Turbo, who has tuned into chat. I know that they have submitted an application for the Caster apps, and we've gone ahead and gone through those applications, so you should be getting a message soon. Definitely looking forward to having you on the casting team. We appreciate that application and all of the casts that you've been doing on your own channel. Keep those up if you do want to, but we'll be getting in touch soon enough. So you and as well as anyone else that's submitted an app that's put some effort into it, we will be getting in touch. We also will have some new casters coming in from the Echo Arena side of things, as that game is ending and we have a lot of talent that wants to stick around in the VRML space. So get ready for some good talent to come through and some good casters to be on board the Blaston side of things, providing you with good quality content on this channel. So again, stick around for more Blaston games in the future of this season. We're definitely going to do our best to deliver you more games than we did in Season 1. So keep that in mind. Looks like we do have a lobby code. And once Woody jumps in, we'll see what the tactical adjustments have been. There it is. I don't think Woody changed a single thing. Little warm-up round here, a little test round from the connection. Looking at Josie's end of things. No swap. Hammer nade. Oh, the hammer nade. They were using the Nova nade, I think. Yeah. Woody giving us a little thematical, some extra acting in their VR. And looks like Josie is ready to go. Round 1 of match 5 kicking off here. We've come the full distance. Oh, and look at this. The bounce Luma attachment coming in from Woody that's going to try and throw Josie off. They're going to have to use that bounce a little bit more effectively, as Josie didn't find any damage from that. Little drop block using the lance there. I think they still have it in hand. Big damage on the bullet hell coming in from Josie. That's been playing a big effective element in their matchup so far here today. And again, oh, there's some big damage finally from Woody. That Luma, bounce Luma coming through. And good shield work from Josie. Here comes the bullet hell. Everything coming at him, including the hammer ellipse, the hammer nade. No Luma shots were there, and Josie trying to no-look Woody as a massive, super majestic pushes Josie off of the front line. Josie way a bit too far forward. That majestic continuing to pinch in on them. Josie can't push too far out of their zone or they take zone damage, and so a big play from Woody that puts them up in this first round. 52 seconds left, plenty of time on the clock. The hammer nade finds success on a Woody's back as they try and sidestep. And another big majestic that just taps Josie for a little bit of damage, but does push them off the offensive. Now for the Luma, the bounce Luma. Off the back, almost catches Josie there, but they read that well. And Woody, as they try to step forward, gets hit. Round 1 into Josie's pocket, and Woody a round away from losing this 2-0 lead. Not where they want to be right now, as they were just about to take a win from Josie, but it hasn't happened yet. Josie's been battling back every inch. And it could be the full comeback for Triple J here. We'll just have to see if they can string together this final round. So far, neither player taking any damage. Finally, Woody does take the first touch of it. Answers back nicely on to Josie, though, and dodges the full spread. 7 damage. The 1-2 punch, trying to step in, trying to read all the bullets. Does get hit by one. Trying to bounce one of those shots off the shoulder of Josie, but can't quite connect that. That bounce Luma. Will it be effective for Woody here? Oh, a hammer nade on the back tags them as they try and dodge low. I think a bounce Luma tags the back end of Josie there. As the zoning comes in, Josie finds themselves stuck, and there's a big connection, a 1-2 punch. Josie trapped in the corner of their arena, can't move, and takes nearly more than half their health. Woody almost back in this, and it's important for round 2 for them to be back in this as they turn to dodge the hammer nade. The Luma comes back in on spawn, and so the attack could be coming from Woody at any moment. The full setup is here. The lance coming in, a great denial of that nade. Josie takes big damage as Woody also tries to step in, also gets tagged, forces Josie into the corner, and the Lumas come through. Trying to get rid of that Aegis shield, and off the top roof bounce, doesn't find purchase onto Josie. Both players dangerously low. Woody can't fend off the assault, and that's going to be the full comeback from JJJosie. Triple JOC, JJJosie, as they get themselves a 3-0 win. What a series to tune into here this afternoon. Happy that we stopped by, and a big shout out to everyone that did stop in and hang out and enjoy the action. A reminder, if you haven't hit that follow button, do be sure to hit it. That's going to be it for us. It for us here on the desk this afternoon. If you do want to catch an Onward matchup live, that'll be going up on Onward VRML in about 45 minutes, so you can tune in over there. But yeah, that was a fantastic series, and shout out to Woody and JJJosie for playing well this afternoon and giving us a great showcase to tune into. With that, I'll be signing off. My name's Ben NightFiree with 2 E's. Thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, stay classy.